Hey YouTube, what's up? So today we're going to speak about influence, right? And influence, as you all know, the effect that someone or something has on you, right? Now we all have heard this famous quote by Jim Rohn, which says that we are the average of the 5 people that we spend the most time with. So I want to take that quote and expand on that a bit. As we all know, guys, we're influenced by the things we see, the things we hear, the things we read, the things we watch. But I truly believe that the most important factor that we get influenced by is the people that we hang around with, right? Now, I want to tell you guys a very simple ideology which I use and which a lot of successful people use is that they individualize or they identify 3 to 4 certain qualities which they want and they want to see in themselves, and they find those qualities in someone else, right? Now what I mean is, you in your group of 5 people, right, or in your social circle, look for someone who has these 3 to 4 pillars, and we're going to call them pillars for the rest of the video, sorted, right? One is financially, one is professionally, one is emotionally, one is physically or health wise, right? So once you identify these qualities in some particular individual, I'm not saying that one person will have all 4 or 5 pillars or qualities. All I'm saying is you make sure that these people are there in your life. If you have that one friend, who's extremely financially, prudent, I'm not saying someone who's well off or someone who's wealthy. No, what I mean is you hang around with someone who is very careful with money, who knows the value of every dollar or every rupee, right? That's very important, right? Someone who's extremely emotionally unnerved at anything, no matter what happens, socially or otherwise. They are totally straightforward and they are not afraid to speak them out. They don't care if anyone else thinks wrong of them, but they are very blunt, and they're not affected a lot emotionally. I'm not saying it's a good or a bad thing. All I'm saying is that they have that particular aspect sorted to some extent, because they don't let emotions affect their decisions or their life in any major way, right? Number 3 is professionally, someone who's making all the right choices in their career, who's making the right moves and climbing the corporate ladder, or doing really well in their business, because you will firsthand see how they have mastered that particular skill, right? And guys and girls, what's more important is, when we're in our clique, when we're in our group of say 70 people, is that this is not the way of life. Just because we have been living in a particular way, or just because we hang around with our friends and do those same certain things which may or may not be bad, doesn't mean that that's the way it is. There are people, like we mentioned right now, who are extremely focusing on their health, or who are just focusing on their career, right? So if you have these people in your lives, it'll basically teach you a balance, right? And this balance is very important. It'll keep you level-headed. It'll teach you, okay, if you're having fun over the weekend, or if you're enjoying and having a great time over the weekend, if you stay in touch with that one person who is still professionally or career-wise sorted, you will still know at the back of your head, okay, you know what, I've had my fun, but I am still going to focus on my career, and I'm still going to study hard, and I'm going to make sure that I get that particular university's acceptance, or I get that particular job that I want, or something like health. Someone who's extremely sorted health-wise, or someone who's fit. I'm not saying that you get the best looking girlfriend, best looking boyfriends. No, what I mean is someone who places health on top priority. If you have someone who's a very close friend of yours who does focus on health, you will subconsciously, I mean, when you hang around with him or her, and the choices she or he will make, okay, in terms of health, or eating the right things, not eating that junk food stuff. And over time, you will also, at least when you're hanging around with them, you will try and make those same choices, along with them, and that will of course help you in the long run, right? So that's what I wanted to tell you guys about in today's video, that be very careful who you hang around with. Now guys, I know it's not easy to just up in your group of 7 to 8 friends, just boycott all of them. I'm not saying, I'm not asking you to break or burn bridges, right? All I'm saying is try and figure out what qualities that you want to see in yourself eventually in the long run, and try and find people who have those same qualities. That'll help you a lot, right? And yeah, that's pretty much it for today. I hope you enjoyed this one, and if you did, you can subscribe. See you in the next one.